sweetheart. Hi, my darling. You know what? Congratulations. Your stock went up 6 points. Sam, did you see that? She smiled.
Yes, she probably has a little gas.
No, honey, she understood me. I told her stock went up 6 points, and she expressed satisfaction.
How can she possibly understand you? She's just a baby.
She is not just a baby. She's your baby. Maybe Tabitha did it herself. Maybe she used her own powers to influence the stock market.
Darling, we aren't even sure she has any powers.
We're not sure that she hasn't. Well, there's only one way to find out.
How?
We'll conduct an experiment.
What kind of experiment?
We'll buy a second share of stock and see what happens to it. And we'll make it very scientific. We'll let her pick the stock.
Darling, Tabitha can't read. She's not old enough.
Just a minute. Pick a stock. Pick a stock. Pick a stock, darling. Pick a stock. Ah! But you can point.
That's not pointing. That's playing with the newspaper.
Nelson Aerodynamics closed at $12. I'll buy her 1 share tomorrow.
Sweetheart. Don't you think it's a little silly to throw away $12 on something silly?
No, honey, we have to find out if she is or if she isn't, and this is the only way.
There's another way.
What way?
Wait a year and ask her.
I'll place the order tomorrow through Mrs. Kravitz's cousin.
Frank, are you familiar with a dog on the market called Nelson Aerodynamics?
And how? It's a real nothing. Well, tell me you bought it.
Yep, for my cousin's neighbor's baby, and it just went up 5 points.
Samantha! Samantha!
Oh, I'll be right out. I'm just heating Tabitha's bottle.
Don't you look at me so innocently. Now, I know you don't know any better, but you cannot tamper with the American economy. Look, I realize it's not your fault, and I'm not blaming you. But it's got to stop. Now, this is very serious and it's very complicated, so I want you to listen closely. When the stocks act strangely, the public panics. And that causes disasters, like the big crash in 1929. Now, you wouldn't want to throw your country into another depression, would you?
I don't believe it. I simply don't believe it. A grown man giving a lecture on the stock market to a tiny baby.
Sam, this tiny baby made herself $10.50 in 1 day. Nelson Aerodynamics closed at 22.5.
It did?
What are you so happy about? That means the experiment worked.
It did?
Yes, it did. That proves that our baby not only has powers, but she uses them for her own selfish personal profit.
Darrin, maybe.
I know, Sam. It's not her fault, but somehow she's got to develop a sense of responsibility.
She's a tiny baby.
I know. That's what makes it so tough. Somehow I've got to make her realize the significance of the national economy.
Oh, my stars. Oh, Tabitha, isn't Daddy funny? He thinks you've been wheeling and dealing in the stock market. How about that? You a sweet, adorable baby. And if you have, be a good girl and cut it out, huh?
Tara, don't goof this up. Now, coq au vin. Go away, Chicky. Go away. Go away, Chicky. Oh, now there's... Oh, now for dessert. Pineapple upside down cake. It'd be just my luck if it came up right side up. Oh, I'm on a winning streak.
Please sit down, Mr. Stephens.
Oh, fine, sure.
Aunt Clara, make yourself comfortable.
Hey, that smells great. What is it?
Pot roast. I would like to have served you something, well, more exciting, but cooking really isn't one of my...
That's Coco Van. Samantha.
Yeah, that's what it is, all right.
Oh, it looks delicious.
I thought you said you couldn't cook.
Quite a sense of humor this girl of yours has, Darrin.
Yeah, she keeps me laughing all day.
How'd you know it was my favorite dish?
Oh, does Mrs. Stephens cook it for you?
Cook it? She can't even pronounce it. She must be a great cook.
Oh, you wait until you see the dessert she's whipped up for you.
What is it, Samantha?
Maybe it should be a surprise.
Pineapple upside down cake.
Well, Phyllis, I guess you can stop worrying now, huh? Our boy couldn't be in better hands. What's the matter?
I have a sick headache.
You've been at it again, haven't you?
They'll hear you.
Zap, Coco Van. Whap, pineapple upside down cake.
I didn't make that food.
You promised me no witchcraft. You said you were just going to be yourself, but you didn't. Well, who did?
I would say your prime suspect is Aunt Clara. Unless, of course, your mother's holding out on us.
What?
She isn't a witch, too, is she?
Let's leave my mother out of this, huh?
No matter what you say, Darrin, it was a delicious meal, and she hardly ate a mouthful. Now, what can I do to get her to like me?
Sam, let's just solve one problem at a time, huh? I think I'll have a little talk with Aunt Clara after dinner.
Now, Darrin, if you hurt her feelings, I'll never forgive you. She was only trying to help.
Well, I'll just ask her to stop helping.
Be tactful.
Don't worry. I'll tactfully tell her that the position of house witch is already filled.
Coming in. Oh.
Am I disturbing anything, Aunt Clara?
Oh, not at all, not at all. No, I'm just polishing my doorknobs.
Well, that must be quite a job keeping those clean.
Well, it keeps me out of the pool halls.
That was quite a dinner you whipped up.
Oh, I still know a trick or two.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, Aunt Clara. You see, my mother and father, they aren't used to, witchcraft.
You see that? Now, to a doorknob collector, that's equivalent to the Hope Diamond.
It's not that we don't appreciate your trying to help.
Such a nice sparkle.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have brought it up at all, except that, well, my mother and father just don't understand. Do you understand what I'm saying, Aunt Clara?
Oh, it's nice of you to look at my doorknob collection. Not many young people care about that sort of thing nowadays. Come on, Bag. We must go.